This is supposed to be an icicle, and I've been struggling with it and struggling with it. Basically, it's a spiral staircase stitch where you go round and round and round a central core, and you add your little crystals. And I still don't think it goes that way up, actually. Yeah. So it's got little crystals on it, and this is supposed to hang at the bottom, and I can't get it right, so I'm just giving up for the minute. I have here, these are fun, these are. Look at these. This is Christmas tree decorations. I'll put my teeth back in a minute. Aren't they cute? Love these. I've got some more. I've got some silver beads as well. Not this big size. Those are size 10. So I have to work out. I must do a few more of those. And then I have got. Oh yeah. Right. Basically, I bought these big clear balls because I was doing outside decorations where you sew a net that goes round. Can I take that off there? Oh crap. Oh crap. I've got it caught. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. How have I done that? Beaded outside covers for balls. Now I wasn't going to do anything for Christmas. And then you watch somebody else doing something, you think, oh, that's actually quite nice. So I must have a go at that. So I made a cover. Only I didn't have a ball when I was doing it on the lesson. And basically I got the wrong size ball. You see this ball? What size is this? And then I'll show you the cover. This is a bit like Tweedledee and Tweedledum trying to get into his jacket. Does this fit? No. So these nice little stars are supposed to go around the middle. See, cute little stars, and they have lovely little drops. These beautiful little crystal drops. But because this ball is so big, where that star is there, it should be down here. So I've got, yeah, it doesn't fit. So the other size ball I've got is a bit small. So you know that big fat guy who lost all that weight and can't, yeah, his clothes don't fit no more and they hang off him. This is him in his sparkly Christmas outfit. I mean, look at it. I mean, really, seriously. Those crystals, little stars, are supposed to be round the middle. They're supposed to be up there. It does look a bit silly. But it's quite pretty. It is pretty. I do like that. And it definitely looks better on this ball than it does on the other one. But there's all these bits. Look at this. I mean, poor little thing. He needs one of those bicycle pumps, doesn't it? Pump it up. Pump up the volume. And yes. So I have got a load more of these crystals. So I will actually have a bit of a go and make some more to fit that size ball, because I've got loads of these. So they are so pretty. Look at them, sparkly, sparkly. They're so nice. And then I thought I've also got 12 projects over Christmas, and I'm supposed to wrap them up. So basically what I'm going to do now, hate that word, don't know why I keep using it, basically, and I need to finish that icicle, and I've got some more icicles to do, which are miracle beads instead, which might be easier because they've got a wire instead of a thread. I don't know. I seem to be failing at all of these at the moment. I don't know what's wrong. I'm having a bit of a mess up. But here we have my Christmas present to me. I've got to wrap them up. I have to show you these. This one here These are tiny little beads that you sew onto a little cover so it makes a brooch. But is that English or is that English? No. So, but it's got felt in there and everything. I did open it, I was very naughty. Not supposed to open it until the 26th of December. The 12 days start. 12 days of Christmas. So this is day one. See, look, day one. Which is upside down, but who cares? But, yeah. This looks wonderful, this does. And there's lots of little tiny beads. And she's put in tiny thin needles as well. Actually, I'm going to open it again. This is so naughty. Let me put this lot over there. Out the way. This is so naughty. I shouldn't be opening this. I can't wait. Sorry, Mrs. Teacher. Oh, he's pretty. I'm not sure if they're not size. They are size 11, I think, or they might be size 10, and they might actually be Preciosa ones. That's a size 15. That's a size 15. These are tiny beads. These are. They're not the smallest beads you can get, but they're not far off it. Yeah, those are size 11. Those are 15s. And that goes on the bottom. Isn't that cute? I'm really pleased about this. Did you even see these? Tiny, tiny beads. And that looks like a... Oh, I don't think that's as thin as I thought it was. Anyway, size 11 beads. And that's a brooch back. That's a very thin needle. That's for size 15s, that is. So, and a bit of thread. That's thin thread. Size 11s. But I have to sew them onto her backing. Where's my backing gone? Don't tell me I've lost half of this already. No, I haven't. But there's my backing. And then you have to sew onto the pattern. Those beads are minute. I think this may take me a lot of hours. Please do not crumple, squeeze, bend, scratch or rub the canvas. The first English I've seen on this. That's cute. But it's actually, that's not a linen type canvas. It's a, I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, and there is actually a pattern with it. See, look, they give you a pattern. Shows you all the bits with a little key on the bottom. So I'm quite looking forward to this. Oh look, that's in English. Oh, look at that. But it tells you how to do it. So I'm really looking forward to that. And if my teacher finds out, my teacher, I don't own her, poor woman. She's lovely. She really is lovely. If if I get found out, you're not allowed to tell on me, anybody. I shall be in big trouble. I had to look. I had to, because I'm very naughty. And if I'm going to wrap them up, I have to look at them anyway, don't I? So I shall wrap this up in a minute. Send it to myself. Look at that. It's a nice colour, that. It's a nice looking needle. I've got quite a lot of needles. I've got to show you this. This is dreadful. These are not all my needles, right? I have quite a few different sizes. But this is my main stock of 10s for ordinary. Oh, I've just dropped one in the middle of that. If I would put things away first, before I get the next lot out, it might help matters, mightn't it? Let's put those down for a second. It's terrible. I always was a messy child. I always got too involved in things. That's my hair coming out. We like a bit of hair coming out, don't we? My hair keeps falling out again at the moment, which is not the best sign. That's a lid off that. We don't want to put that back in there. So, right, this is supposed to be magnetic, but I've actually attached it to a magnet on a metal pole because of the fact they keep... these are my lovely needles. That one I've been using. It's not as bent as it could be, but there's another bent one. They're still usable. They're usable till they start attacking the thread, or you can't get the thread in because the eye's closed up completely. So those are my size 10s. This is really sad. This is worse than pen junkies, isn't it? And it's 3 different brands of needles in there as well, I think. Because I know I've got my Yuki beading needle in there. These are my size 12, but I think I've got 15s in here as well. I have. These are 12s and 15s. Because I can't find the 15s case. And these are thin. Thin. That one might be a James one. These are ponies. Or are they ponies? I think they're ponies. I don't know anyway. But I think that's the 12 and that's the 15. No, that's the 12 and that's the 15. So I've got a few of those. But I do tend to be a bit mean to the damn things. So I buy them in a packet of 25 at a time. Because otherwise, yeah. Anyway. They'll last me a little while. And then I've got some really big needles somewhere. What do I do with the really big needle? I need to put that back in there. And there's another one somewhere with split ones in. What do I do with the split one? Don't know. I'm awake and it is silly o'clock in the morning. 3:47 in the morning. Because I can't sleep. I think I might have actually food poisoned myself. Which is why I'm awake. So, I just thought I'd come on and ramble. And rabbit. And be stupid. Now, here we go. I don't know how many people have ever seen one of these. I've seen big ones and I've seen little ones. This here is a bead spinner. And you put little beads in it. Lots of people seem to use the big ones. I've tried a big one, couldn't get on with it. But these little tiny mini ones, I actually find quite easy to use. I quite like that. You put your beads in, a bit of a metal hooked needle in over the top. And all the little beads are supposed to hop onto the hooked metal needle and go onto a thread. Or you can put them straight onto your wire if you're doing French beading for, what are they called? Flowers. Those wire flowers you see with little beads. They're all put together, made into nice pretty flowers. Some of that's called French beading. And I only learned how to do that this year. And I always thought it was horribly difficult. And I also thought it was one of those things that I would never get the hang of. And actually, it's not all that difficult. The only thing I've found impossible to do is when you're finishing the damn things off with florist's tape. And that is the most disgusting stuff. It really is. I can't get it to work at all. Oh, here we go. I started this. Oh, I haven't finished these. I need to finish these. These are crystal bracelets that I've crocheted. You crochet them all together. But I've got to... I've still got to finish them off. I've got to attach them so that it makes one bracelet. I've got a whole load of these now. And I still haven't finished them. I've got... but it's elastic. So once you've sealed them the ends up, it just slides over your hands nicely. So I've managed that bit of it. It's just finishing them. I'm not very good at finishing things. I've got quite a lot of unfinished. But apparently that's fairly normal. Oh yeah, that's another one of those in reds. It's pretty. I like that one. I don't know where those needles are. I hate it when I lose things like needles. I get quite paranoid that I'm not going to find them when I need them. I might have to give that up before as a lost cause. Let's put those back in there. That's remnants from a job on something. I think that was a bracelet and that's what was left over. So I need to add that to something to make up a... Oh, yes, my priority one. I haven't finished this either. I'm waiting for a slide. I keep meaning I have to buy a slide clasp for this. This is peyote stitch, this. And they're tiny little beads. They're called delicas. These little tiny delicas. Oh no, they're not. They're treasure beads. They're like delicas. Delicas and treasure beads are just made by a different company. But isn't this pretty? Absolutely love these. And it's a peyote stitch. So you stitch and interlock them. So you do a row and some of them stand up and then you stitch the next lock interlocking with them. But it needs a sliding catch. And I have a nasty feeling I made it too big as well. That looks awfully big. Anyway, so that needs finishing. And what surprises me, well, this is what the pattern looks like. 240 rows? I think there were more rows than that. Is that the last page? That might be the last page. Yeah, I think that's the last. 240 rows. Yeah. I need to buy some graph paper so I can do some different ones. That one I undid. I crocheted it all. Looked at it, didn't like what I did. So I've got to restring all those beads back onto the elastic in a different order. So I've got all come off and go back on in a totally different order. These are like oddments that go flying. So I have little tubes of these. Sometimes you find them on the floor and you have to put them somewhere, don't you? Anyway, no idea where the big beads are, the big hooky needles are. I've probably put them somewhere safe like I do with everything. But this is going to be an orchid. Oh dear, there's beads going everywhere. Nurse, right. So, ooh, I don't know what's in the middle of that. So this is my orchid beads. And a nice orchid leaf. And this is a little bud. Look at that, little bud. Isn't that cute? And then that's another petal. It's my first petal, proper petal. And then I've strung a whole load more on some more wire. And then you just make them all into another petal, which I will get round to doing. I will. And I've lost the bag. But finishing them is a nightmare. I've got some bits, I've got lavender, and I've got poppies, and I've got, what else did I do? A hydrangea, this last year. And I've never done these flowers before, but this stuff is florist tape. And I hate the stuff. I really hate this. Can't see the start of it. tape's dreadful in it. There we go, that looks like it could be it. Now I'm starting to feel very hot and uncomfortable again. I do think I've poisoned myself. Right. This is a fresh florist tape. I'm supposed to pull it, which releases the sticky stuff. And then you wind it, and it's supposed to glue itself to itself. And it does feel sticky. But I've wound it onto the wires before now. Now I can't get off my finger. I've wound it onto the wires before now to actually wrap the wires. And they just fall apart. So I'm obviously doing it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That's disgusting. That stuff. Don't like this. So I've got to think of some other way of doing this because I hate these. I mean, it's definitely sticky when you pull it. It definitely releases the glue. And then you're supposed to wrap it around the... Why is there a bit coming out the top there? So you wrap it around the stalk and make it into a flower stalk. I don't know. Anyway. I haven't finished that right. That's probably why I haven't done any more to that. I probably wanted to unpick that and do it again. Don't like them if they don't look right. You're supposed to tuck it in. And that doesn't look right to me. So obviously didn't like doing that, did I? But this is horrible, this green stuff. It really is horrible. In fact, I'm going to unwind that and chuck that in the bin too. So I'm going to have to look at a YouTube video to find out how you're supposed to use this bloody tape. Because it's horrible. It's really nasty, manky, horrible, sticky. Well, not even properly sticky, is it? Nasty, there we go, in the bin. Ugh. So, I'm going to put all that away. So I'm not going to sit and play with that now. I could put some of these 12 Days of Christmas in paper, couldn't I? Should I do that? I might do that. I'm only rabbiting because I don't feel very good. And you can just suffer with me. Now, do I waste decent card? Could do, couldn't I? Actually, that's quite nice, that. Comes out of a book. Now, will this fold in? Can I make a tube out of it? It folds a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe I should shuffle everything up inside a bit more. Or we mustn't fold the bit. I'm just going to have a little quick squeeze in here. Maybe not. thought Google's about to talk to me again, because Google seems to like doing that. Let's stick that down. This is the worst sellotape ever. Not only does it smell horrible, but it doesn't stick very well. And, yeah, it doesn't smell very nice. And not only does it not stick properly, it comes off in bits. So you'll be halfway along. And this is the worst tape I've ever bought in my life, I think. I don't know, I bought some tape 20 years ago that behaved like this. 20, 30 years ago. 30 years ago, maybe. And I haven't seen such bad tape since. It's the standards of slipping, sellotape makers. I quite like that little robin. I need to write on this number 1, don't I? One of the other beading ladies, I think, has put them all in little wrappers underneath her tree. But as my tree hasn't turned up, I bought a little tree for myself. I thought, yeah, we'll have a tree. I could put it outside, a little green tree with roots on, in a pot already. And then basically, I was supposed to, basic now, I must stop saying